Listen well, dear friends, for this is a story from the ancient times, a tale passed down through generations. It is the story of a young princess, of sorrow, of courage, and of a tiny bird who defied the mighty sea. Long, long ago, there was the great flame emperor, Yandi. He ruled the land with wisdom and strength. Among his treasures, none was dearer than his little daughter, a princess named Nua, though people lovingly called her Jingwei. From the day she could walk, Jingwei was filled with wonder. She loved to climb the hills, to chase the deer in the valleys, to pick wildflowers blooming in spring, and to laugh with the birds high in the sky. Her laughter, they say, was like silver bells ringing in the wind. Her eyes sparkled like stars reflected in clear water. To her father, to her people, she was joy itself. But, dear friends, curiosity is both a gift and a danger. One day, Jingwei wandered farther than ever before. Beyond the mountains and rivers, she came to the edge of the great sea. The sea stretched endlessly, its waves rolling and shining under the sun. Jingwei's eyes widened in wonder. Ah, what a beautiful place this is! So wide, so mysterious. I must see it more closely. So she stepped into a small wooden boat, eager to play upon the waters. At first, the sea was gentle. The waves rocked the boat like a cradle. Jingwei clapped her hands and sang with delight. But soon, the sky darkened. The wind began to howl. The waves rose higher and higher, stacked like mountains crashing upon the shore. The little boat was tossed about, helpless before the raging sea. Jingwei cried out, her voice thin against the roar of thunder. The waters swallowed her whole, and in a single moment, the bright, innocent life of the princess was gone. Ah, my friends, the sea is vast, but it is also merciless. It takes without pity. It devoured a child, and the world was left in grief. But heaven has strange ways. Though her body sank into the depths, Jingwei's spirit did not perish. Her love for the earth, her longing for the sky, her sorrow for her untimely death, all of these became her wings. She transformed into a small bird with feathers of red and white, and a cry sharp, mournful, yet filled with strength. This was no ordinary bird. This was Jingwei reborn. From the moment she looked again upon the endless sea, her heart burned. She remembered the storm, the helpless struggle, the cold that dragged her down. Her sorrow became anger, and her anger became determination. "The sea took my life," she cried, her voice ringing across the waves. "It is vast, it is cruel, but I will not yield. I will fill it, stone by stone, twig by twig, until one day it can hurt no one again." And so began her endless task. Each morning, Jingwei flew to the faraway mountains. She picked up pebbles in her beak. Each afternoon, she flew to the quiet forests. She grasped twigs in her claws, and each evening, she returned to the roaring sea, dropping her burden into the water, pebble after pebble, twig after twig, day after day, year after year. The sea laughed at her. "Little bird, do you think you can defeat me? I am endless. I drink the rivers. I swallow the cliffs. What are your twigs to me? What are your pebbles to my waves?" But Jingwei, though small, was not afraid. Her voice was clear and firm. "You are vast, yes. You are cruel, yes. But I will not stop. If it takes 10,000 years, still I will not stop. I will fight you until the end of time." And so she worked. The people on the shore saw her. Every morning she appeared, wings beating against the wind, carrying burdens far heavier than her body should bear. Every evening she returned, dropping her twigs into the sea. The people whispered to one another, "How can a little bird fight the sea? How can she hope to win?" But others said, "Look at her eyes. Look at her will. Perhaps one day, even the sea will bow before her." Friends, this is why the name Jingwei lives on. It is not only the story of a princess, nor of a bird. It is the story of perseverance, of defiance against fate, of courage that refuses to die. Even now, when people face impossible tasks, they remember Jingwei, the little bird who vowed to fill the sea, and whose spirit still sings in the wind. So I ask you, when the waves of life rise against you, when storms rage and hope seems lost, Will you remember Jingwei? Will you too keep flying, stone by stone, twig by twig, until the impossible becomes possible? For though the sea is vast, the heart's determination is greater still. And that, dear friends, is the legend of Jingwei filling the sea.